Morena. Hey, it's a quick daily encouragement for you from Colossians 1. I think this is, I don't know, probably my favourite passage defining who Jesus Christ really is. I wouldn't say it's just defining his divinity, because you can't separate the humanity and the divinity of the incarnate Christ. This is defining who he is. And again, I love the juxtaposition that Paul brings out when you're reading how awesome Christ is, and then you read the crazy bit. So let me just read a bit of it. So this is Colossians 1, starting in verse 15. Christ is the visible image of the invisible God. He existed before anything was created and is supreme over all creation. So he's eternal, right? And then verse 16, for through him God created everything in the heavenly realms and on earth. He made the things we can see and the things we can't see, such as thrones and kingdoms and rulers, authorities, and the unseen world. Everything was created through him and for him. Such an interesting statement, right? For him. And you can see Paul just describing the eternal, independent, omnipresent, omniscient, all that. It's just Christ. And it's like, whoa. And then if you'd never heard about Christ before and the sacrifice on the cross, when you read the next bit, you'd just be like, what? If I jump down a little bit and read from verse 20, and through him, so through Christ, God reconciled, I love that word, right? Reconciled everything to himself. And the question would be like, how? How did he do this? And then you have this incredible statement. He made peace with everything in heaven and on earth by means of Christ's blood on the cross. And you're going to go, hang on, he just described the supreme, incredible being who created all things, and everything exists for him, but yet we're reconciled by this incredible one's blood on the cross. And I'm like, why? And then he repeats it as if it's like, in case you didn't get it. If you jump down to verse 22, yet now God has reconciled you to himself through the death of Christ in his physical body. As a result, he has brought you into his own presence. By the death of Christ, we've been brought into the presence of Almighty God. And you are holy, you are blameless, as you stand before him without a single fault. Man, as you head into your day, you've got to hold on to that truth, right? You are not who you think you are. You're not who society's trying to define you as. You're not even who you define yourself as. We have to understand, we have to believe, we have to live in the reality that we are defined by Almighty God. And as you head into your day-to-day, walk into it knowing that whether you feel like it or not, it's not irrelevant, but whether you feel like it or not is not the truth, right? The truth is that because of the sacrifice of Christ on the cross, this incredible, supreme one, God has reconciled you to himself, and now you are holy and you are blameless and you stand before God without a single fault. That's who you are, and you're empowered by Almighty God. Oh my goodness, amazing, right? Man, go into this day just holding on to that truth, right? Holding on to that truth. You are way more incredible. You're way more amazing. You're way more beautiful than you understand, than you'll ever understand in this life or the life to come. May the Lord bless you today. Ka kite anō.